Hey everybody, it's Garrett from @GoWithGarrett. In this video, we're going to be making our very own DIY spring wreaths. I've realized that wreaths can actually be very pricey, so we're going to be making our own and keeping it very affordable. We're going to make 3 spring-inspired wreaths, each of them costing less than $25 to make, some of them even less than $15 to make. So if you're looking to get creative, get crafty, make your own home decor, and save some money while decorating your space, then this video will be perfect for you. I'm excited to try each of these out, share them with y'all. So without further ado, let's get started. To get started with this project, I made a quick trip to Michael's where I just so happened to find out that all of their spring florals basically were 50% off. So that was a very pleasant surprise. And for the first wreath that I'm making, I really want it to have like this all green aesthetic. I want it to be very leafy and full with lots of greenery. So I'm grabbing all of these pieces that you see here. And I also went ahead and grabbed a grapevine wreath. I feel like these are perfect for DIYing your own wreaths, and I'll show you why as I start to make this one. But I got everything back home and laid out all of my supplies as you can see here. I love this combination already. I used my wire cutters to clip off each of the individual pieces from this eucalyptus bundle, and here's why I think the grapevine wreath is perfect for DIYing your own wreath, because you can just very easily insert each of these individual pieces into the wreath itself. You don't need any hot glue or any way of attaching the florals or the greenery. You can just insert each individual piece into the nooks and crannies of the grapevine wreath, making for a really mess-free and easy project. So I went all the way around with the eucalyptus pieces to kind of build out a base layer, and I made sure all of the pieces were pointing in the same direction. From there, I of course wanted to build this out a lot more and add some fullness, so I'm going in with this next bundle that has this white detail, which I think will add a little bit of dimension but not take away from this all green look. And of course it's adding a lot of texture, which I love. With these, I only added a few to start, and I alternated placing some on the innermost side of the wreath and some on the outside of the wreath as well. Once I placed a few of those on there, I went in with the third bundle that I grabbed that has this hint of yellow, again for a little bit of dimension, but really blends in nicely with all of the greenery. Once I added those few pieces, I kind of stepped back to assess everything, gave it a little fluff, and then just decided to go ahead and add every piece that I had bought for this specific wreath, because I really wanted this to have a dramatic, full look to it. And so I just added everything on, covering up any bald spots, and I really love how this one turned out. It has a high-end look, and it gives me fairy garden vibes, maybe even cottagecore. I think it's just the perfect touch of spring, and it costs less than $25 to make. For the next wreath, we're going to be using pretty much the same technique, but it should be just a little bit easier because we're only using one particular floral pick, and that is this purple bundle here. I'm not sure exactly what it's supposed to be, but it looks like lavender to me, and I love lavender, so I'm going to call this my lavender wreath. I again cut off each of the individual stems from the bundles and then started to insert them into the grapevine wreath. For this one, I started on the outermost edge of the wreath and just kind of built out that exterior circle. And once I made it all the way around once, I then went back around and started to fill in the inside of the wreath. And this wreath is really as simple as that. I did have a third bundle that I could have added, but I only ended up using 2, and I thought that was the perfect amount. This one really screams spring to me, and it was actually less than $15 to make. For the third wreath, I wanted to try something just very slightly different, and I really enjoyed these vintage looking rose bundles with berries and other little floral accents. So I grabbed 2 of these and of course another grapevine wreath, all from Michaels. But I'm gonna start by deconstructing one of the bundles, clipping off each of the individual pieces so that I can basically reconfigure it and rebuild it on the wreath itself. So as you can see here, I'm starting on the lower right hand corner of the wreath and just inserting each piece, adjusting the roses so that they're facing outward, and bringing this up around the right side of the wreath. I only want to cover a portion of the wreath with this go round. Like I said, I wanted to try something a little different. And I think the right side came out very nicely, so I just repeated that same process on the lower left-hand side and then brought it up on the left side of the wreath. And as I was finishing this, I realized I wanted both sides to kind of feel continuous and look like they were connected, so I rearranged those roses at the bottom to look like they were all connected. And that is how simple we're keeping this wreath. This one ended up costing less than $15 as well, and I, of course, might be a little partial, but I do love how this one turned out. Alright y'all, that completes this video. We kept it short and simple today, but we were still able to create 3 really aesthetically pleasing, high-end looking, spring-inspired wreaths. I really enjoy how each of them turned out, and I really appreciate that they were all very affordable. A major key is to get all of your supplies to make these wreaths while they are on sale. Like I was able to get all of my florals 50% off at Michaels, and I was able to use some coupons to get the grapevine wreaths at a discount as well. So that made for a very low investment on making these wreaths. And I also really loved that there's no rhyme or reason to how you go about making these wreaths. You can kind of just make it up as you go. You don't have to have a specific vision necessarily. Like I just kind of went into the store and started picking the florals that I liked, and I think they all turned out great. Let me know what y'all thought of this video in the comments, and let me know which wreath was your favorite. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel before you head out. I share affordable DIYs, home decor, and other home related content right here on my channel, and I would love to have you join me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one.